Happy New Year, Earth Dimension! First of all, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. That is crazy balls, okay? And second of all, listen, I know I have been away from this poor, starving channel for so long, but I am back. And better than ever. It's just that, listen, okay, so in 2022 I set out to upload a new video to this channel once every month, but alas, 2022 also became the year where I had to do a lot of things, and I wasn't exactly willing to use the remaining space in my brain to do anything else besides these things. Wow, look at all these things. Did you enjoy them? Amazing! Thank you so much for your support. But I am back now in front of the mic again, and I will be editing my voice later. I have not done that in so long, I realize. Oh no, okay. Think of it this way. I am simply bringing a fresh energy to this year. I smell like a newborn baby. I think with the mind of a boss. I walk around like a practice dinner. YouTube! Girls on film. Girls on film. So basically, there was this trend going around artist TikTok where basically the premise is you draw yourself or you and your besties as if you were to belong in the universes of your favorite pieces of media. And after my maybe 50th time of seeing this trend pass by my For You page, I thought to myself, you know, hey, I watch things. I play a video game. And I think I would quite like to live in the universes of my favorite pieces of media. Oh, but what a cruel fate! If only there was a visual and auditory way for me to convey my dreams to other people somehow! Oh wait! There is! This is exactly the challenge for me! So I took to the computer and sketched out 4 different characters all based on yours truly. Recorded my process, annotated my thoughts as I was designing these characters, and now I can present to you myself in different universes. So, whenever the topic of favorite anime ever gets brought up to me, the first thing that pops into my mind has always been Kill la Kill. It's just this weird action-packed anime with the dopest character designs. The hard part about it though is that even though I'm a huge Kill la Kill fan, I'm not very big on drawing these characters, you know? It's nudity and mecha, the 2 things every young artist refuses to draw even if you paid them. And as a show where my favorite part about it is the design, I knew that trying to get into the minds of the designers of this show was going to be a huge part of this particular challenge. So in Kill la Kill, there are these socio-economic classes based on the amount of stars your children have on their uniforms. So the more stars your kids have, the more sort of benefits you will have in society. 3 stars are a lot more exclusive, meanwhile 2 stars are a lot more common and achievable. And I think a lot of them, even the 1 stars, will receive some sort of special weaponry that is related to this student's specific talent. So if, say, I were to be in this universe, obviously I can't be Ryuko or Satsuki. I can't be Mako, because nobody can replace Mako. I don't want to be any of the villains because they are despicable. And I cannot really see myself being any of the Elite 4 3-stars, so I have drawn myself as a member of the 2-star, 1-star editing club. Editing, I realized as I was drawing this, is so hard to visualize, despite the fact that it is a mainly visual medium. And to be 100% frank, dude, I am not satisfied with the end product of this Kill la Kill drawing. Is it because I think this is a bad outfit? Absolutely not. I would totally wear this in real life. And that's exactly the problem. I can wear this in public! Like, if you saw this kid walking down your street, would you think, I bet she goes to Kill Kill school? Or would you think she was recording a I dress like a K-pop idol for a week straight video? Personally, I would assume the latter. I guarantee you 100% that you can buy this exact outfit at, like, Yes Style. Mark my words. I'm betting something. Whatever. Just markly my words, okay? What? I mean, just listen to the damage this outfit has done to me already. I'm already starting to make bad K-pop trends. Well, I've already gym-ined. I can't gym out now. No! If I could go back and do this again, I would have totally played with the cutaway aspect of editing so much more. You know, maybe I could do more slits, maybe I could do more cutouts, maybe I could even do like a fun haircut. I would even make my weapon a pair of scissors, but the main character kind of took that already. What I went for instead, though, was sort of go the more like self-deprecating route. I kind of played on the way that a lot of editors, or at least editors like me, spend a lot of our work time in like comfortable sat down spaces. So I gave my character a pair of bunny slippers, a pair of comfortable socks, and then just to juxtapose that, I gave myself a spiky thigh bracelet that would make it physically painful to sit properly on a chair. And then for hair, I gave myself buns because that's what I've been doing recently a lot. And I made sure that the bangs sort of covered my eyes because I thought it was funny the way that like a lot of editing is just hiding something behind something that was cut out. Get it? Get it? You get it. Okay, good. Overall, my opinion on this character that I've designed is that it's creative, it's cute, but the execution could be a lot more clear and readable, preferably, and that's what I'll say about it. Now, the next universe on our list is that of the Drawtectives, because God, it's like you don't even know me. Now, Drawtectives is a mystery RPG web series set in a world very much like ours, except orcs. I nearly said librarians. Orcs, librarians, elves, and dwarves also live there. And quite much like the title suggests, these aforementioned detectives solve mysteries by drawing through them. And even though I would so super love to be one of the main detectives and be besties with the main detectives because, you know, I'm silly, I draw, let me in, I simply wasn't thinking about that, so I drew myself as one of the NPCs. Meet Annalise the Morgans, a middle school science teacher who's kind of an elf. The fun part about this Drawtectives one is that I basically get to sit down and go WWJLD. What would Julia Lepetite do? And apparently, the secret was to draw the most stoic, most attractive, millennial to Gen X version of yourself that you could possibly think of. And capes. And my sort of concept for Annalise the Morgans came from my dream when I was growing up that I always wanted to be a teacher. Not that I'm smart or anything, I just wanted to raise my students better than my teachers did because I thought they sucked. Anyways, from this, I was thinking to myself, like, what's a teacher job that allows me to draw myself in the most big, dramatic coat that can just flow in the wind and make the most interesting looking sprites? The answer was lab coat. I'm a middle school science teacher. And I don't really know why middle school specifically, cause like, I never even went. All I know is I kind of want my designated room to be like a classroom or like a lab, and that like my drawing prompt that I would give the detectives would be something like, now, listen, my kids they're smart little things, but I can just never get them to pay attention in class, so if you three could help me in making science fun again for them. Hey, Lisa, or whatever your name was, do you want to solve the mystery or not? No, I do. I just, you know, while you're here. Well, I'll be damned. If you really want to make science fun again, you ought to let them kids kill people. My mommy and daddy back in the higher orc tribes, they used to do it right. Cause even if I never did learn how to read, but hadn't little Timmy died on that wintry Tuesday of 2006? I would have never found out what a femur was. And then Grandma would just draw a freaking rhino again. Maybe this is just wishful thinking, but just based off of literally every episode of Drawtectives, I'm just gonna guess that that's roughly how Annalise's episode would go. Overall, this design is kind of not what I would usually go for, but I'm kind of satisfied with it. She kind of looks like an amalgamation of every NPC from season 1, and she kind of is. But when I posted this onto Instagram Reels, I did get a lot of comments about Annalise specifically, so I'm gonna guess that was the ticket. Alright, next up on the list is probably my most simple design that took the longest for me to come up with. This universe is Deltarune / Undertale. I have interacted with both, but I've only played one of those games. And I don't know, I really enjoy it. It raised me, okay? Girlfriend! Hey, Jeff! Jacob, let's talk about this, come on! No, look at me! This isn't you! But what I came here to say is that Undertale and Deltarune have such a big range of things you can possibly be, besides just like human, you know what I mean? Even in Drawtectives, like when I said like, oh, there are all these different types of like creatures it could be, they're still very much like human shaped, you know what I mean? In the Undertale / Deltarune universe though, you could just be goddamn anything. Animals, we got them. Skeletons, we got them. Humans, we got them. Human-shaped things, definitely got them. You know what else you could be? Fire, ice cube, sentient aeroplane with wig, anime figurine. You could be a clam. You could be whatever this thing is. You could be a freaking shape for all Temmie and Toby care, and they would put you in the game. So I was like, oh, I am overwhelmed with choices. I do not know what I want to be. So instead of what I want to be, I started thinking about like what role I want to serve to this universe, right? Like, am I the human protagonist? Am I a boss? Am I a mini boss? Am I a secret boss? Am I a, como se dice, Tumblr Sexy Man winner of the year? But, you know, what I eventually decided on is that if I was in the Undertale universe, I would so super be like one of those like optional NPCs that have like really cute designs, but like the most existential pieces of dialogue. This is Icy. She is a dropped ice cream cone who is a sweetheart but dwells a little bit too much on failure. I imagine she sounds a little bit like this, but not like that matters because it's probably just like anyways, so. Damn it, I messed up again! Our fourth and final character comes from the universe of Zombieland Saga. Now, Zombieland Saga, if you are unaware, is an anime about 7 girls from different time periods who were brought back from the dead by a crazed but mysterious music producer who wanted to create an idol group in order to save Saga somehow. So far, though, the girls are just encouraging tourism and self-love. The in-show group, Franshushu, consists of a high schooler who died on her way to an audition, a biker chick, a famous idol from the 2000s, another idol from the 20s and 90s, a Meiji-era courtesan who died fighting for her country, spoilers, a child actress, and the legendary Tai Yamada! So they're kind of a quirky bunch. So, a little tidbit about the show is that Tai is the only one of the 7 zombies who has not fully, like, waken up yet, in quotes. So she very much still talks like a zombie, she still moves like a zombie, and suffice to say, she can't sing. So, I imagine if, say, I was in this show, I would kind of be like the backup member that Kotaro kind of just sent out last minute. Her name is Moe Tsukiru. She is a college student who died of self-induced stress just before an exam. My sort of concept for her is that like when Kotaro realized that Tai still can't sing, he panicked and brought like a random girl back to life, yelled at her, "Can you sing?" And she was like, "Girl, where am I?" And like the fact that she can already talk, he like took as a yes. He's like, okay, yeah, she can sing for sure. But anyway, like because like in life she used her brain too much, I imagine she came back like 10 times more stupid plus balding. So it's like 10 minutes to curtain. He's like, whatever, there is no time. He starts like planting like hair extensions from the ground that are like different colors, and he's like, "You're going to sing, I'm going to make you a star, and you're going to like it." So he like sits me down backstage, has me a microphone, he's like, here's the song, and I'm like, I've never heard of this song in my life, and he's like, "The photographers are on our trail, Moe. Sooner or later, they're gonna find out that Franchushu are all zombies. And when they find out that they're all zombies, we're gonna die, Moe. Do you want us to die, Moe?" And she's like, I don't know. Fine, I'll do it. Give me that. And then maybe one day Moe is like, "Kotaro, am I ever gonna go on stage?" And he's like, "Let me think about it. No, you're sitting merch stand." And I'm just like, okay, this is my job now, I guess. I'm member 0.5. Not quite a full member, but definitely a part of the team. Her and Tai might have this like really one-sided hateful back and forth, but it's only forth and never back. like I imagine she's like, "God, who does she think she is? I'm doing all the work and she's eating all the attention up. Just look at her!" And Tai's just like chewing on some metal, like, "Dong, dong, dong, dong. Do you want some?" I can't believe her, so full of herself. But in the end, Moetsukiru learns that teamwork makes the dream work, because no matter what part of the house you are, every house has a brick. I can't believe I've improvised an entire fanfiction just now. That's so embarrassing. I can't help it. I just got so attached to Moe so quickly. I don't know, I want to draw her more often. I should draw her more often. But yeah, that was all the Miis in the different universes. Do you like them? I think they're okay. Something about this challenge is very, it has this like childlike quality to it of like, I just want to be best friends with Shrek, you know, like that sort of energy. And doing this, a part of me kind of cringed at myself, like, oh, why would I do this? Why am I drawing myself as like Tai Yamada's girlfriend? That's kind of stupid. But then I realized what I was cringing at was truly the sincerity behind it all. Because like, I think deep down, what we all want is to be best friends with our blorbos, you know? And this challenge really lets you like embrace that, and I love that for it. And I don't know, it's kind of fun. There's something really fun about thinking of yourself as something that you enjoy, you know? Like, y'all heard me just now, right? I was just like straight up info dumping about me from like the blorbo lens. Like, what? What in the world? Like, does that ever happen in a normal setting? Making yourself your favorite character. I know that sounds kind of sad, but like, that's the fun part of it. I don't know if y'all agree, but I agree. I agree with me. That's the thing about opinions. I did not mean for this to get so deep, but it was in my heart. I just needed to let it out like a song. Alrighty then, I guess that's all from me today. Oh, right, just before the video ends, I forgot to plug like a million things. Number 1, this channel, subscribe to it. Number 2, I have a Twitch. I stream on it on Sundays/Saturdays every 2 weeks. And then 7 days after I've streamed, I will archive the VODs on Nayaka 3rd channel. Yes, that is the name. It's because Nayaka's 2nd channel was already taken. That channel is also mine. That's my Drawfee fan account. Yes, I don't know if I've ever said that out loud on this channel actually. Nayaka's 2nd channel is also me. But yeah, that's all I had to say for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, And remember, if you look under your seat, you might just find something you may not expect. Bye bye!